if that's the case, then why did Ogami take the poison? And you're saying she didn't take it because Asahina gave her the protein container with the poison inside. No, that's not the case. She must have taken the poison straight from the poison bottle. Given that only the poison bottle was in the room when it was sealed, that's the only possible explanation. Then you're saying she ingested it fully aware that it was poison. That's preposterous. And it's the truth. Explain yourself? No. Please explain it to me. First of all, there's something we all need to be clear about. Who took the poison bottle from the chemistry lab and brought it into the rec room? Hina went and got it. And she gave it to Ogre, right? What do you think, Nagai? Someone went to the chem lab, got the bottle of poison, and brought it back to the rec room. And that was... Sakura. Okay. I think Ogami herself did it. Huh? You're saying the victim, Ogre, went and got the poison herself? What are you talking about? She would never! No, she most certainly went to the chemistry lab. And to Cabinet C, where the poison was at that. Liar. You're lying. Why would you lie about something like that? She isn't lying. Kitty provided me with the evidence that shows Ogami did pay a visit to Cabinet C. I just have to show that to Asahina and get it through her head. Then she won't be able to deny it. But then, who would be the murderer? Michigan talk, pal! Fire the kill shot. Ogami's shoe. Do you have proof that Sakura got poison? Yeah, we got proof. Okay. Perfect. 100%. 100%. Woo! Asahina, were you aware that there was some yellow powder found on top of Ogami's shoes? Her shoes? That's this right here, as I recall, the spilled powder in the chem lab was yellow too, was it not? So it's not unreasonable to infer that the powder on her foot is the same powder spilled in the chem lab. But why would there be powder from the chem lab on her foot? On top of her foot too? Couldn't that be because she was there in the lab when the powder was spilled? What I'm saying is, I believe it was Ogami herself who spilled the powder on by Captain C. Okay, but why? Suicide? When she dropped the bottle, the powder spilled away from her. So she was able to avoid the majority of it. But some of the powder must have gotten kicked up and stuck up on her foot. It adds up, doesn't it? Which begs the question, why did Ogami go to Cabinet C? The only reasonable answer being, she was there for the poison. After all, what else is in that cabinet? No, you're wrong. It was me. I brought her the poison. Because I'm the one who killed her. No, you didn't kill her. The culprit. The murderer. Taking into consideration both the truth behind the poison and the still unresolved sealed room, there's only one person it could be. Make an accusation. Oh, I got this. I got this. Sakura herself. Ogami was killed by Ogami herself. What did you say? Ogami herself is the culprit? So you're saying it was suicide? That's crazy talk. Crazier than people who jump off buildings thinking they can fly. Yeah, it's hard to believe. I don't even want to believe it. But if you look at things like that, all the pieces fall into place. Ogami retrieved the poison herself, and she ingested it of her own will to put an end to her own life. And then, there's the sealed room. It makes perfect sense why we couldn't figure it out. That, it was constructed by the victim herself. No shit! The sealed room was constructed from the inside by Ogami herself. She likely sealed the room off to prevent anyone from interfering with her. She then took the poison, ending her life. And until the seal on the rec room was broken, the poison bottle was inside the room. But after the seal was broken, someone removed it. And that was you, Asahina, wasn't it? Everything you did was to steer our investigation off track, am I right? But why? When we discovered Ogami's body, you were just standing at the door, because you already knew she was dead, as well as the fact that the poison bottle was there on the floor by the entrance. That's when you picked up the bottle, isn't it? When Kitty Kitty and I were distracted, me shocked by Ogami's death, and her busy checking for a pulse. Plus, thinking back at it now, your behavior was a little peculiar. Okay, I gotta go get them. Gotta go get everyone else. Asahina staggered out of the rec room. You said you were going to get everyone else. However, your true destination was the chem lab, where you could exchange the containers. When you arrived at the lab, you went straight to Cabinet A where the protein was stored. You filled the empty poison bottle with protein, and left with just an empty protein container. That would then explain the footprints too. Jesus, after that you rushed to go get the others returning to the rec room. Holy shit, okay. I brought them. Whoa, ogre. Well, looky here. Big girl's gone bye-bye. I see. Ogami's been murdered. And while everyone's eyes were on Ogami's body, you quietly set the protein container on the floor. I should have realized it right then and there. Normally, you would have rushed over to Ogami's body before any of the rest of us, Sienna. In that situation, you would not have left Ogami's side. Ogami committed suicide, and you plan to take evidence to hide that fact. As long as you could keep the truth from coming out, you didn't care if you yourself became a suspect. That's why you didn't do anything about the footprints in the chem lab or the protein-filled poison bottle. Your intention left those incriminating pieces of evidence for us to find. So you're saying Asahina tampered with the scene to make it look like she was the killer? No. You're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong. I'm the killer. I murdered Sakura. That's enough, Asahina. It's all over. No, it's not over. It is over. No, we have to end it. We have to put an end to this. Climax logic. No! Damn it. Sakura, Act 1. Place note, place note. Is there another place note? What's it say? Ogami voted 3 people to recruit, 1 other. So I was right. Why does he look insane all the time? When Fukawa arrived at the rec room, she hid here. Is that the only locker one? Nope. Okay, goes into the this was inside the Monokuma bottle Hagakura used to attack. Smash! Woo! Whoa! Skipping. What's the clue here? Mistakenly believing he had committed murder, Hagakure left his red herring behind. His red herring? Oh, wait, no. Not that. There we go. Then he ran. She's seen the whole thing. She crept out. She looked at that. What do you think I would do with the magazine containing the fake dying message? She put it upside down. Okay, she came back to realization. She got concerned for that. She grabbed another bottle. Wait. No, wait. Crap. I placed the wrong one. No. That was... No. The night one was this one. Because there, okay. Yeah, okay. So... And then... This came out of that one. She sweeped it all up. She was still alive. This was the cause of death. Bam! And da-da! This on the floor, removed from the scene by a certain someone. Wrong thing. There it is. And then bam! Begin! Please tell me I got this all right. We will find out, I guess. The case began with Ogami inviting 3 people to meet in the rec room. Smirk. Hakakuri, Furukawa, and Tsugami. Why them 3? Done now. Okay. Of the 3 of them, Furukawa was the first out of the rec room. Arriving before everyone else, she hid herself somewhere in the room. Inside the locker. Her hiding place was inside the rec room locker. Everyone terrified. From there, she watched Tsugami enter the room. The next person into the room was Hakakuri. What's that, guys? Sort, phone went off again. Just had to listen to who it was. Anyway, mistakenly assuming Ogami intended to kill him, he freaked out. Crash. Not dead, but hurt. Instinctively grabbed one of the nearby Monokuma bottles and attacking her with it. Believing himself to have just accidentally murdered Ogami, Hakakuri set to work planting a red herring. He saw the magazine laying on the table and wrote his first name in it, intending it as a fake dying message. Furukawa, by writing her name in the magazine, he attempted to shift the blame of his crime onto her. And he ran. Okay, but Furukawa herself had borne witness to the whole thing from inside the locker. She stepped into the locker, retrieved the fake evidence, and returned it to the magazine rack. Upside down, though. However, in doing so, she slipped up. When she put the magazine in the rack, she put it back upside down. She's okay. Just moments later, Ogami retained consciousness and happened to the floor of Furukawa. And she passed out at the sight of blood on Ogami's face. But then she turned fucking crazy. As a result of her genocide, her Shu personality gained control. And when she woke up, she was once again greeted by Ogami's blood-covered face. And as you would expect, she freaked out. And smash! Jesus, she had a rough day. Just as Hakakuri had done, she grabbed a nearby Monokuma bottle and attacked Ogami with it. This explains why she had 2 wounds on her head. Believing herself who just killed Ogami, Genocider got to work disposing of the evidence. And run. She collected the broken bottle fragments and the Monokuma figure holding Queen. And with that, Ogami had been struck twice with the same weapon. But still alive. But despite that, she was still alive. So here's the question, what was her true cause of death? Poison. The answer, poison, she herself took from the chem lab. She sealed the rec room from the inside, preventing anyone from entering, and then took the poison, ending her own life. That's when we all seen it. Next, we found her corpse. I broke the window in the rec room's door, breaking the seal of the room at the same time. So no one died, technically? However, someone there already knew that Ogami had committed suicide. Poof! Did that, ran, they snuck out with the poison bottle. While we were examining, she placed it. That was it, and replaced it with a protein container while nobody was looking. In doing so, they brought suspicion onto themselves to lead us away from the truth during the class trial. And the person who did this all was... Asahina. Was you, Asahina? I knew Asahina had to have done something, but this was just messed up. And that is the truth behind this case. And she's crying. Ogami took her own life. And you claimed you were the culprit to hide the fact, didn't you, Asahina? That's the truth? But, Nagai, how did the likes of you reach that conclusion when I was unable to? Huh? Well, you still don't get it. Gain and loss are not the only criteria humans use to make decisions. That's what makes them so complex. You don't understand that, and that's why you couldn't reach the truth. Jesus, I warned you, didn't I? That your lack of consideration for human emotion would come back to haunt you. Oh, bitch! so what's that mean? Boom, 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 boom. I'll score. Boom. Hey. I got a lot more medals. Hey, yeah, you guys are making it sound like you're... like, you think the punchline's already been delivered. But you seem to be forgetting. We haven't had battle time yet. Yes, that's right. You actually forgot? Man, you're no fun. But it's kind of a tradition, so I guess we gotta do it anyway. It's just for show. I know it's a bit of a pain, but please cast your ballots using the switch in front of you. I wonder who the villain's gonna be. Will you be right, or will you be oh so wrong? Let's find out. Well, it's Sakura, but we're casting our ballots for a dead person. Which is kind of making sense. So nobody has to die? Strange occurrences. Correct. Yep, Sakura was murdered by Sakura. That's it. The end. So you guys were right, but there's something I still don't get. To what end did you attempt to cover up the truth behind Ogami's death, Asahina? Had you actually succeeded, you too would have been executed. So why would you do such a thing? Yeah, dude, you almost got us all killed! That was what I was going for. The reason Sakura died is because you all backed her into a corner. You all killed her. So, I couldn't let her be the only one who died. Girl, are you saying you wanted to drag us all down with you? Someone has to pay the price. Me, you, everyone. We're all responsible for her death. So we all should pay. You for real? What makes you think that? Still don't get it? Fine, I'll tell you. I'll tell you just how much despair Sakura was in when she died. Look at this. I despair of everything. The constant fighting, it's ugly. It only serves to deepen my despair. If all I can do is wait for someone to kill me, I would rather end things by my own hand. What? I found it on the floor outside the rec room. It's Sakura's suicide note. Her suicide note? In hindsight, there were clues she was planning to do this, even before it happened. Earlier today, after Genocider attacked me, when Sakura ran out of the infirmary, all angry about it, I chased after her. Hey, Sakura, relax. I'm fine. How could I possibly relax? I care not if they come after me. I accept full responsibility for my actions. But for you to suffer because of me? For you, my dear friend, to stand up for me? And be injured as a result? So Sakura, because of me. Because of what I have done. I have turned everyone against each other. I am responsible for everything. Sakura blamed herself. She felt responsible for everything. I'm sure the reason she wanted to talk to you three was to find out if there was anything she could do to earn your forgiveness. You're going to meet with them? That's a really bad idea. You're putting yourself in danger. Worry not. I am simply going to speak with them. About? What about? You really shouldn't go. If all three of them came at you at once, even you could... Asahina, do not mistake them for your enemies. They are our friends. So Sakura, she trusted you guys. She really truly believed in you. That you would be able to understand if she opened up to you. That you were her friends. And yet... Yeah, it was bad, but... You stomped all over her feelings in the worst possible ways. That was more like an accident. Don't you try to weasel out by calling it an accident. She trusted you guys, and you wouldn't even give her the time of day. You very nearly killed her, even without hearing her out. She was in despair because of you. That's what the note is saying. If all I can do is wait for someone to kill me, I might as well. That's how far you had backed her into a corner. Sakura, you're hurt. What happened? Asahina, so you came. Stay right there. I'll go find something to get you bandaged up. Asahina, I am grateful to have had the opportunity to meet you here. But what's wrong, Sakura? What is this all of a sudden? Could I ask you a favor? a favor. I would like some protein. Could I ask you to get some for me? Sure, yeah. Hang on, I'll be right back with it. That was the last time Sakura and I ever spoke. Saddening, actually. I went to the chem lab to get the protein she'd asked for, and there was powder all over the floor. That's when I realized that Sakura had gotten something from the poison cabinet. I ran back to the wreck as fast as I could, but I was too late. Sakura! Open up! Open the door! Jesus. One sec, guys. I know I got a phone in here ringing, I just can't fucking find it. One sec, guys. Sorry, guys, for the small jump cut there. I didn't want that to happen, but oh well. Anyway. Why? Why should you have to die, Sakura? Sakura was just a regular person. She had weaknesses, just like everyone else. She bled, she felt pain. She was just a regular, fragile human being. And yet you all kept demonizing her, kept accusing her of things. And when I got hurt trying to stand up for her, I burdened her even further, and I didn't even realize what I had done. Asahina, we all killed Sakura. We backed her into a corner and killed her. There's no good reason for us to go on living having done that to her. So you thought you'd try to take us all down? You intentionally tried to lure us to the wrong conclusion. She died despising everyone, and I wanted to get revenge for her, but you saw through me, and in the end, I couldn't do anything for her. How am I supposed to face her now? Hey, sorry for interrupting your sub-story. But the Holy Mother of God Almighty, does it ever end? I'm falling asleep in my chair here! And anywho, do you really think you can know what Ogami was thinking as she died, Asahina? What's that supposed to mean? Let's be honest, most of what you've been rambling on about for the last ever is just your interpretation. An interpretation prediction of that suicide note. Of course I know Sakura and I were... if you'd let me finish, I was trying to say the basis of your interpretation is invalid. And that this baby here might possibly, mayhaps, be the real thing? What's that, dude? As if it weren't obvious enough, it's a suicide note. Ogami's suicide note, but didn't Asahina already? I wrote that one. This one was left in your room, Asahina. Ogami must have wanted you to have it. Wait, so you tricked me. Tricked is such a harsh way of putting it. I just wanted to spice things up a bit, that's all. And anyway, you're responsible for whatever you decide to believe, my silly scribble friend. I meant it's not like Ogami's name is anywhere on it. That's not fair. Nothing unfair about it. I didn't do nothing wrong. Did I plant fake evidence? Did I try to divert your attention from the true culprit? You guys are the reason this happened, and you guys are the reason it got so messy. I didn't do anything. So, what if that suicide note was the spark that set it all off? It was still all you guys were. I'm totally in the clear. It was just part of the show. So, what does her real suicide note say? If you really want to know, I'll read it to everyone with my world-renowned beautiful voice. By the way, don't you kind of wonder just who exactly came up with the idea of people leaving notes behind before committing suicide? Sadly, I'm willing to bet that whoever it was has already taken their own life. We'll never know. It's scary to think how things can just get washed away on the river of time like that. Would you please just get started already? Yeah, here I go. Ahem, my dear friend Asahina, there is something I must share with you. Though it pains me to do so in this fashion, it is something I would like you to know. This is my final wish. As you have already been made aware, I served under the Puppet Master as his mole. The Puppet Master initially approached me on the first night of this bizarre new lifestyle. He professed to having taken hostage my clan's dojo and ordered me to submit myself into his service. You might think it naught but a simple place of training, but it has been in my class's care for 30 years. I could not let it fall, and with my generation, I felt the need to protect it, even in exchange for my own life. It was the worst sentiment for my own, from which my weakness flowed, and by which I was driven to comply with the Puppet Master's demands. A grave mistake. He bid me to take someone's life. He was concerned about the equilibrium, something forming among the students, that the first murder would not occur. However, neither he nor I predicted Sayaka Maizono would take action before I was to. Consequently, he changed his orders. I was to remain on standby to wait for Equilibrium to begin forming again. But as our lives continued together, as life with you, Asahina, continued, my resolve shook. Watching you all struggle, fight tooth and nail to survive, made me painfully aware of the weakness I held within. The weakness that drove me to succumb. But above all, it made me aware that I could not betray those who considered me their friend. My perspective began to change. So that's why she... I made my decision. I will not stand idle by no more. I will play your game no more. I will be enslaved by my past no more. I have resolved myself to fight against you. But cause she did, I spelled her last secret and everyone ended up hating her. Imagine that! You do something thinking you're helping everyone, and they all hate you for it. Well, iron knee and call me Iron Knee. If that ain't the best kind of irony, I don't know what is. Okay, that I am resented by everyone is a matter of course. I brought it upon myself with my weakness. I had every intention of graciously accepting any and all ill will directed at me. I believed that to be my way of atoning for my betrayal, but I was naive. I had created too great a problem to solve by dragging only myself through the mud. The situation reached a point where I alone was no longer able to handle it, and that was exactly the Puppet Master's intention in revealing my betrayal. The fear and discord and dissonance it invited. He predicted it would end it in more murder. But even if that falls on my shoulders, it is my responsibility to resolve the problems brought about by my mistakes. In order to fulfill that responsibility, I have resolved to comply with the Puppet Master's orders, to take someone's life. Only the life I intend to take is my own. If the Puppet Master desires me to kill, then it is I who I shall kill. In doing so, the hostages taken at my clan's dojo will be set free. But most importantly, my death will extinguish the flame of conflict I set before it, drives any of you to murder. To that end, I offer up my life. Each and every one of you is worth that price. You give me sacrifice meaning. Whoever you might think me, I consider each of you a dear friend, the first I have ever had. Oh, and you tried to kill us all! Wait, so Sakura didn't die backed into a corner full of hatred for everyone, but to stop us all from fighting, to protect us. She didn't take her own life out of weakness, rather it was the opposite. She did it because she was strong, far too strong. That's what led her to end her life. She chose death in order to protect us. No normal person could attain that degree of selflessness, but her strength made it possible for her. Wow, that's deep. Asahina. Allow me to end with an apology. I kept the secret because I knew you would try to stop me. I am truly sorry, but please, do not sorrow. If I am able to put an end to the Puppet Master's scheming, if I'm able to stop the killing, there is nothing more I could ask for. This is the path I have chosen for myself. This is my atonement. With this note, my class trial should end with little difficulty. Asahina, I know it will be difficult, but I would like you to finish the work I am setting out to begin. I am going to meet with Togami, Fukawa, and Hagakure. Well, I will hide my intent to the end to my own life. I will at least like to share with them my feelings. The rest must be shown by action, not words. I believe that in doing so, they will finally come to realize that we are not enemies destined to despise one another, but that we are friends and allies. Asahina, whatever it takes, I want you to survive and to live on alongside your friends. You must live on. You tried to kill us all, bitch. Wow. But, my god, I had no idea how Sakura felt, and I called myself her friend. No joke. She wanted you to do... wanted you to do any of that meddling. Ogami died to shut the Colosseum down. Because of you, things almost went straight up Roman. Ogami died for nothing, and it's all your fault. Even better, because of all your meddling, you dragged everyone else into the lion's den too. It's blame game time. Everyone point and scowl at Asahina, and why wouldn't you? She deserves it. Boo-boo, 10,000 yen. I know who the next victim is. Oh, be quiet. Nobody's blaming her for anything. Huh? Was that? It's your fault for tricking her into thinking it was a fake suicide note. Besides, Ogami didn't die for nothing. Was that? She reminded us that we aren't enemies destined to despise one another. but that we're friends and allies. Yeah, dude, he's right. Things turned out like this because of our misplaced hate for Ogre. We can't blame her, dude. Not a one of us has the right to blame Hina. It never mattered that Ogami was the mole after all. Our true enemy is you. What the hell, man? What the frickin' hell is this, man? You got that wrong, you know. This academic Coliseum is you guys' battle against yourself. You guys are your own enemy. You're exactly right, Monokuma. Yeah, Togami, someone gets it! This is the game of King of the Castle between us. A life or death game. With only one spot at the top of the hill. You're exactly right about that. And for that reason, I withdraw from the game. Say what now? By making sacrificial lambs of themselves, Asahina and Ogami have rejected the very foundation of the game. Because of their actions, everyone else has completely discarded their fear for the game. There's no reason for me to participate in the game that's lost its source of excitement, so I'm withdrawing. What the hell? Seriously? Which leaves me with one last thing to look forward to. The brutal punishment you're going to get from thinking you can try to manipulate me. Togami, then you're... Don't get me wrong. I'm not acting out of some sickening sweet sense of sentimentality. I'm with you, my white knight. There's still a chance to put Masters a steaming hot hunk of man meat. Guys, how about that? Can you still claim Ogami died for nothing? You guys are lame, but that's cool. Whatever. I still haven't had my usual fun and games yet. Fun and games. Enough about the epic failure of a mole. Let's keep the tradition going and get this party started. It's punishment time? But the culprit's already dead as a doornail. Wait, are you going to kill me? Nah, I'm gonna punish one of you guys. Just because the villain's already dead, and I'm twice as stringent about the rules as the average bear. But still, it'd be a waste of time not to use the very special punishment I prepared. So I've invited an equally special guest. A special guest? Let's get the ball rolling. It's punishment time. Is he using Sakura's corpse? Oh my god, no! Not alter ego! Oh, come on! You dickhead! Why am I lagging again? A dozer master. Shit. Looks like we just lost another friend. No! Oh crap, man! He's a tiny little ball now! All that hard work has kicked up an appetite. I could go for a nice piping hot bowl of ramen. Ain't nothing like ramen after some hard manual labor, and just for the record, I am Shayo Ramen's supremacist. I mean, really, Tonoketsu, myself, weak in color, aroma, and volume. I know it's risky, but I have to do it. I'm scared, but I'll be okay. It's kind of weird. Oh, yes, we went through all this already. Let's just skip it. Alter Ego's words came rushing back to me, flowing up from the depths of my mind, and filling me up with a seething back anger. And then, they were from my mouth. How dare you! He was our friend! But we're gonna live here for days, so please comment, subscribe, tell me your thought of this whole slew of videos just because of the Friggin' Clash trial. Hope to see you guys in the next episode. Take care. See you guys next time.